Welcome everyone to the ManageEngine Patch Tuesday webinar for the month of November 2025. As we approach the end of the year, November often serves as a critical period for IT admins to wrap up pending updates, review patching strategies, and ensure security readiness before the holiday season. With threat actors becoming increasingly active during this time, staying vigilant and proactive is key. This month's Patch Tuesday brings a fresh wave of security fixes and updates from Microsoft and other major vendors. So let's dive in, identify what's most relevant for your environment, and make sure your systems remain protected, compliant, and ready to face the year's final stretch. Before we move on, I just want to double check. Can you hear me clearly and is my presentation visible? If everything's good, just give me a quick thumbs up in the chat so we can keep things rolling. I am Niveda, product expert at ManageEngine, and I'll be your presenter today. Alongside me, we have our patch pundits ready to engage with you in real time via chat. So please feel free to post your questions throughout the webinar. Kindly note that it will be a 60-minute webinar and it is being recorded. The recorded session will be sent to your registered email IDs in 2 to 3 working days. So what is on today's agenda? First up, let's discuss the latest Windows 10 ESU update that Microsoft has released. Next up, we shall discuss Windows 1123H 2 Home and Professional version EOL. We'll then discuss the Patch Tuesday updates for the month of November. After that, we'll demonstrate how you can simplify the patch management process for your network's endpoints using ManageEngine's patch management solution. We'll also share best practices for patching to help you perform effective patch management for your hybrid networks. And last but not least, we'll wrap up with a Q&A session to address all your queries. Microsoft has released KB5068781, the first extended security update for Windows 10. Windows 10 reached end of support on October 14, 2025, meaning regular updates and new features have officially stopped. To stay protected, users and organizations must now be part of Microsoft's Extended Security Updates program. KB5068781 focuses on security and reliability. It fixes an issue where some systems incorrectly showed a message saying your version of Windows has reached end of support, even for devices already enrolled in ESU. It also includes Microsoft's November 2025 security patches addressing over 60 vulnerabilities, including one that was actively exploited. Home users can access ESU through a yearly subscription, while businesses can purchase up to 3 years of extended coverage at a higher cost. These updates only deliver security fixes, not new features or performance upgrades. Those not enrolled in ESU are advised to upgrade to Windows 11 for continued protection. In short, KB5068781 marks the start of the extended security update phase for Windows 10, ensuring continued security while users plan their transition to newer versions. In Endpoint Central Console, go to Threats and Patches. Go to Patches and hit Supported Patches. Filter the column to KB number and let us enter the KB number here. As you can see, Endpoint Central supports this latest update. Now let us talk about Windows 11 23 H2 EOL. Microsoft has officially ended support for Windows 11 version 23H2 for Home and Pro editions. This version, which was released in October 2023, has now reached the end of its servicing timeline. From this point on, devices running Windows 11 23H2 will no longer receive monthly security patches or bug fixes. As a result, systems that remain on this version may become vulnerable to future security risks. The change affects Windows 11 Home, Pro Education, and Pro for Workstations editions. However, Enterprise and Education editions will continue to receive updates for one additional year until November 2026. Users are advised to upgrade to a supported release, such as Windows 11 version 24H2, to continue receiving updates and maintain system security. This marks the end of the regular update cycle for Windows 11 version 23H2 as Microsoft moves its focus to newer builds of the operating system. So folks, if you haven't already, it is high time to upgrade to Windows 11 24H2 or 25H2. Also, dear participants, we're excited to let you know that we're regularly uploading how-to guides and deep dive videos on our YouTube channel to help you with onboarding, best practices, and troubleshooting. Stay informed, get answers to your questions, and enhance your skills. Subscribe to our channel and never miss an update. To stay in the loop about upcoming conferences, free training webinars, and other events near you, make sure to follow us on LinkedIn. We'll be sharing the links to our YouTube channel and LinkedIn page in the chat now. Stay connected and keep learning. Let's move on to Patch Tuesday update breakdown now. So this time there are 63 vulnerabilities, out of which one is a zero-day vulnerability. We'll be discussing them in the later slides, but taking a look at the breakdown, we see a total of patches 200 plus released to mitigate the 63 vulnerabilities. Also, if these vulnerabilities are left unpatched in your endpoints, they can cause 6 different kinds of impacts in your systems, which we'll also be discussing in detail in the following slides. So as I said earlier, there is one zero-day vulnerability released in this month's Patch Tuesday. Let me quickly show you where to find them in the console. Let us navigate to the top menu, click on Threats and Patches. On the left pane, click on Threats and choose Zero-Day Vulnerability. Now let me go ahead and fix this vulnerability in my system. Let us tick off the box and click on Install Patches. It will automatically take you to manual deployment. By applying all the necessary configurations, you can successfully patch this zero-day vulnerability. So let's take a look at what this month's zero-day vulnerability bring to light. We have CV2.025.62215 targeting the Windows kernel and can allow local attackers to elevate privileges to system level. The flaw results from a race condition caused by concurrent execution with improperly synchronized shared resources, allowing an authenticated attacker to obtain system privileges upon successful exploitation. The vulnerability has been rated 7.0 on the CVSS scale and is being actively exploited. Microsoft credited MSTIC and MSRC with identifying the issue, but has withheld details on the specific attack methods observed in the wild. Now let us move on to the critical vulnerabilities. We have 4 critical vulnerabilities this month out of the 63 total vulnerabilities. We have 59 important vulnerabilities too. So let's talk in detail about the critical vulnerabilities. We have picked the top 3 critical vulnerabilities for you. First up, we have CVE2.025.60724 affecting the Microsoft Graphics component, specifically GDI+, and this could allow remote code execution. The issue stems from a heap-based buffer overflow that an attacker could exploit by persuading a user to open a document containing a specially crafted metafile. Successful exploitation would allow the attacker to execute code over the network without authentication. Moving on, CVE2.025.62199 targets Microsoft Office and may lead to remote code execution. This vulnerability is caused by a use after free condition that can be triggered when a user opens a malicious file. Exploitation requires convincing the victim to open the crafted document, after which the attacker could execute arbitrary code on the affected system. Finally, CVE 2025-60716 impacts the Windows DirectX graphics kernel and can result in elevation of privilege. The flaw arises from a use after free vulnerability involving a race condition that an authenticated attacker must win to succeed. A successful exploit would grant the attacker system-level privileges on the targeted device. Now, speaking about the patches by impact, as we mentioned earlier, that if these vulnerabilities are left unpatched, they can have 6 different kinds of impacts on your systems. Starting with 29, elevation of privilege, vulnerabilities, 16, remote code execution, vulnerabilities, 11, information disclosure vulnerabilities, 3, denial of service vulnerabilities, 2, security feature bypass vulnerabilities, and 2, spoofing. Now let's take a look at the operating systems and the applications that have been affected this month. So as we saw earlier, there were a total of 63 vulnerabilities, out of which 38 have been found in Windows 14, in Microsoft Office, 4 in Development Tools 3 Dynamics, 2 in SQL Server, 1 in System Center, and 1 in other applications.